Okay, hi there. So this session is going to be an aerobic focused or cardio focused session. We're going to be doing a Tabata, 40 seconds on, 20 seconds off, 8 rounds, and we've got three different exercise sets. I will demonstrate each of the exercises for you before we start the set. We're basically going to do, so in the first one with 4 exercises, we'll do them one at a time, and then we'll do them all again for a second time, and that will complete that one round. We are going to start with just a little bit of a warm-up. Feel free to chuck on some music in the background, something with a bit of a good beat. I'm just going to get started, so just start by letting your feet just walk gently, swinging your arms. We're just trying to get a little bit of movement going. And back. Don't forget to focus on your breathing and remember to hydrate whenever you need to, particularly in between rounds. Hip circles. And back the other way. And I'm going to do a few little knee backwards and forwards, just very gentle. And circles. And the other way. Just keep walking on the spot gently, bringing your heels up towards your backside. So during this set, there are a few exercises that do involve weights. If you don't have any particular weights at home, feel to grab, bottles of water, something out of the kitchen, whatever it is. You can do them without. You'll still get some a bit of a workout just from the body movement. So really about the only thing you might need is maybe some dumbbells or weights, as I said, and a good sturdy chair for in the second round. And a mat just for our third round. All right, bring it to the front, shake out the wrists. Okay, so as I said, grab a quick drink when you need, like right now. If an exercise is too difficult, feel free to sub in for something else. If you cannot continue for the full 40 seconds, that's okay. Try and go as long as you can and wait to pick up on the next round. Don't feel you have to go at a particular pace. This is about your endurance, so you might go faster or slower than me. You might stop at different times. That's okay. It's just about trying to work on your cardio, your endurance. So, first round. This is mostly legs, sort of compound movements. So we're going to start with just a jog, bring your arms up into a diamond above the head. So you're trying to get your feet up behind you, so you're getting a bit of action there. Again, it doesn't have to come up right to the backside, but you want to make sure there's a little bit of effort. It's not just a tiny jog on the spot. Second exercise, we're going to be doing squats with directional lunges. So with a squat, make sure you have your feet facing forward, your knees coming directly above them. So with all of these exercises, make sure your knees are always in line with the toes and the knees don't come past the toes. So for this, it'll be like a squat, so just coming down and then go forward, squat and back, then squat, and on the other side, forward, squat and back. So we're just changing around the direction, so going from a squat to a lunge and back and forth. The next exercise will be jumping jacks. So just star jumps. If that's a little bit hard on you in terms of impact, that's fine. You can do them as step out, step ins. You'll still get a bit of a workout when you do it for 40 seconds. The final exercise is an alternating jump lunge. So I'll show you from the side. Basically, we go into a lunge, and then from there, we're just jumping into the opposite lunge. Again, if this is a bit hard on your joints, that's fine. You can just do lunge, bring it back, lunge, bring it back, lunge, bring it back. For all of these exercises, try and keep your chest, your upper body pulled up, so not letting it bend over, crouch over. Try and focus on your breathing as well. Grab a quick drink before we start. Remember, 40 seconds on, 10 seconds off. Sorry, 20 seconds off. And we'll be starting with our diamond jogs. So 2, 1, here we go. So remember, focus on that breathing. Keep going. I'm just going to change the voice on this one because I much prefer one of the other ones. Will not be a second. Keep going. There we go. We're halfway through this first one. Less than 10 seconds to go. And rest. All right, grab a drink if you need to. Stretch out anything that's a bit sore. As I said, if that one's feeling a bit much, you can just do the legs, you can just do the arms, or you can do a very slow modified version. We've got about 5 seconds to go, and we're going to go and do our squat lunges. So squat and forward, squat and back. Unlike leg. So remember, do this in your own time. If you need to slow down, that's fine. But just try and keep the body moving. I forgot what order I'm in. There we go. Stop. I'm not sure why I didn't call on that one. There we go. Whew. All right. A few seconds to go. This is jumping jacks, so step ins and out. 3, 2, 1. Over halfway there. Rest. Move this over where I can check it out while we're doing it. 15 seconds left. And we're back into our diamond jogs. Again, do a slower version, lower version if you need to, that's fine. Breathe in, out. Here we go. Halfway there. I hope you got some good music going because I really miss having something play. Almost there. Stop. All right. Almost there. All right, 10 seconds, grab that drink. Squats and lunges.
3, 2,
1,
go.
That's right, stop that one. And I realised I forgot the alternating jump lunges last time, so we'll be doing them twice in a row. after this next exercise. My apologies. So next one is going to be jacks. Breathe in.
3, 2, 1.
Here we go. Almost there. Keep breathing.
3, 2, 1.
Stop. All right, so we've got last two sets of this round. They're both going to be the alternating jump lunge. So again, if you need to do it, just do it as a swap between lunge. That's fine. You can walk it if you prefer. So a walking lunge is also available.
3, 2,
Here we go.
1. Go.
Halfway there. And stop. 20-second break, grab a drink. Shake out those legs. One more round of jump lunges. Again, if you need to swap it to a different variant, that's fine.
3,
Here we go.
2,
1, go. Halfway there. Keep going.
3, 2, 1. Stop.
And rest. Good job. All right. Breathe in through the nose. Out through the mouth. In through the nose. Out through the mouth. In through the nose. Out through the mouth. Last one, in through the nose. Out through the mouth. All right, grab a quick drink and we'll talk about round two. Okay, so round two, got a couple of options. So depending on what you've got on hand or what you feel like doing. First exercise, you can either do a push-up. Now they can be wall push-ups, they can be on the knee, they can be full toe push-ups. You can swap between them, they're fine. All I ask is that when you're doing a push-up, really focus on making sure you have a straight line from the back of your shoulder blades, down through the backside, down to the heel. So you want to keep your body in that straight line and just angle with the push-up. So said up, down below. So again, if you're doing a knee version, which is my preferred generally, I'm trying to keep that body long from the back of the skull down to the knees. Breathe in as you go down, and as you come up. Again, same thing whether you're on the wall or on your toes. The other alternate you can do is a chest press. So you can lie on the floor, grab a couple of weights, and all we're doing is our wrists facing in towards each other, pushing up and down. So keep it even and controlled, both on the up and the down. So first exercise, push-ups or chest presses. Second exercise, we're doing stand over rows. So again, you need some kind of weight generally. Doesn't really matter if you don't have anything, you could use a backpack if you wanted to. All we're doing is keeping the knees slightly bent, keep the back straight as we hinge over from the waist, and all we're doing is we're pulling up. So my elbows are coming straight up behind me, and I'm keeping my arms close to the body. Okay, so those are the stand over rows. The other option you can do is same position but pulling up and forward, so the elbows are coming out to the side. So that is also an option. Exercise number 3 is the chair dip. Chair dips are for your tricep work, and this one is likely to hurt. So basically you're going to put your palms onto the chair. You can either have your fingers facing towards you, out to the side, whatever is comfortable. Both feet evenly in front of you, knees together. You push forward, take your backside off the chair, and you use your arms to lower you down and push up. All the power, all the work is coming from your arms. So try not to use your legs for that. So that's the chair dip. If that's too much, you can do it on the floor. So feet out in front of you, arms behind you. Similar thing, but make sure all the work is coming from your hands, and it might help if you've got both legs straight in front of you. So chair dips or floor dips. Last one, and I am going to lower the camera for this set just because it's a bit easier to see. We'll be doing renegade rows. Now, if you've got a weight, you can use a weight. Otherwise, renegade rows are a plank where you're pulling back with the arms. So if you don't have a weight or don't want to use a weight, you come into a plank and you pull up, change hands. So up. If you have a weight, you can use one on each side if you like, or you can be gripped onto them the entire time, whatever is comfortable. So if you've got them in hand, 1, 2, 3, 4. So renegade rows. So grab yourself a last quick drink, as I will. Your breathing should calm down a little bit. We're going to start with either your chest press or your push-up. So let's get ready to go. We're counting down again. I'm going to go with a chest press, because I haven't done some for a while.
3.
Take your position.
2. 1.
And go. Remember, if you're doing the push-up, really focus on keeping your backside in line. Keep it tight. Really pulling in your belly button to your backside. Well, your spine rather than your backside. Only about 10 seconds to go. Keep breathing.
Three, 2, 1.
Stop. All right. Rest. Go and prepare for your standover rows. So again, whatever option, you can use a weight. You don't have to use a weight. You can either have your legs together. If it's making your back sore, have them separated as you lean over.
2, 1.
And go.
Go.
Pulling up. So keeping the back straight, not letting it shift. So only thing that's moving is your arms. Really keep the arms close into the body. Try and keep all the movements even, don't jerk it. So controlling it up and down. Over halfway. Almost there.
3, 2,
1 and stop.
Stop.
All right. Rest. You're going to grab your chair, your bench, whatever you're using, or instead you can do the chair dips on the ground. You can also switch part way through if you're deciding it's a bit much. This is very hard on the triceps if you're not used to it. So don't feel bad if you need to swap part way through.
2, 1.
Feet out, and here we go. And drop and push up. So breathe in as you come down. Out as you come up. If you need to stop, just park your bum back on the chair, stretch out your arms and come back in when you're ready. Almost there.
3, 2, 1.
Stop. All right, shake those out. Getting ready for our renegade rows. So, weights or not, entirely up to you. Get ready to sit in your plank, body long.
3, 2,
Here we go.
1.
And go. Again, breathe out as you pull the arm up to the body. You also want to try and keep your body from moving too much. So really squeeze the glutes, squeeze your belly to try and keep them from rotating like that. You're just pulling the arms, that's what's moving. Almost there. And rest. All right, back to the start. So chest press or push-ups. You can swap between and do the other one. You can do a different bearing if you want. All good. Again, take your time. Really focus on keeping your breathing as even as possible.
3,
Here
2,
we go.
1.
And go. Almost halfway there. Keep thinking about your core. Make sure everything's squeezed in. Almost there.
3, 2, 1.
And stop. All right. Stand over rows. Again, if you don't have weights, that's fine. Or you can use pretty much anything in the house that you want. Got 10 seconds to go. Prep your stance. Either feet together or one leg forward. Either is fine.
3, 2, 1.
Back straight. Here we go. Remember breathing out as you pull them up and breathing in as you lower them down. Halfway there. Ten seconds to go. If you want to make it harder, you can lean the body further forward, but make sure the back is straight. It's not curvy.
3, 2, 1.
And stop. All right, chair dips. So I'm going to show the floor chair, the floor version this time. Again, easy to keep your body from moving if it's your legs straight.
3, 2.
Fingers pointed in towards you. Here we go. So this version takes a little bit of the weight out of the equation, but you're more likely, especially if you haven't done these before, to be using just your triceps. Make sure you're pushing down against your shoulders so they're not coming up towards your ears.
Three,
2, 1, and
Stop.
relax. Okay, last set for this round. We're going back into our renegades. So grab your weight. Again, if you're not using a weight, that's fine. It's not absolutely required. The movement on its own will do you good. If you've just got one weight, you can just move it between your hands,
3,
between each one.
2, 1.
Here we go. 1. So I'm doing the single weight version, where I drop it in the center. after each raise. Thinking about squeezing your backside in, trying to keep everything stable, over halfway there.
Three, two,
One, and
stop.
rest. Good job, that's round 2. So we can get rid of our equipment, so clear space. So you've got a little bit of room to move. You won't need your weights. You don't need the chair. You just want your mat. So grab a drink if you need to, and I'll quickly show you the next round of exercises. So this is mostly looking at core for the core for this round. So we're going to do some bicycles, we're going to do some plank holds, we're going to do a V hold, and then some side crunches. So again, if you need to stop at any time, that's fine, take a quick break and rejoin when you can. So bicycle, lying on our back. All that's happening is we think about pushing your head into the back of your hands that are laced together behind your head, and you're bringing one elbow to the knee, across the body, and swapping. If that's a bit much with the head up, you can drop the head and just do the legs. What you want to try and do is get them as close to the knee as possible, start to the chest, and try and get them as long and low as you possibly can. So keeping it controlled, so not letting your back go curve and flat. So think about curving up the backside so that your back is curving up and trying to keep it there. That's going to work your core a lot more. Think about sucking your belly button to the floor. Or as I said, pulling up with the head and doing a cross-body bicycle. Second one's a plank hold. So for those 40 seconds, we're going to try and attempt to hold a plank as long as possible. So hands directly underneath the shoulders, legs stretching out as far as they can so you're on the balls of your feet. Push forward so that you're over your hands. Squeeze your legs, your buttocks, your core together, and you're trying to create a long line from the back of your shoulders down through to your heels. And you're just going to hold that position for 40 seconds. You can go into the hover, which is on the elbows, if you want to really work it a little bit harder. So just resetting computer. Next one's a V hold. So this is a static isometric hold. Just going to sit on your backside, lift your legs up, hold your arms out here. So you can literally just hold it. All we're doing is working on our balance, our stability, holding ourselves up through the core. If you want a little extra, you can do hundreds, which is basically palms down, pushing against air resistance, or trying to maintain that position. So that's the V hold. Last one is side crunches, so we're on our back again. And all that's happening is bring our toes in fairly close, our knees in together, reaching around to the side, trying to touch your heels with your hands. So from here, okay? So those are our side crunches. All right, one more round and then we get to warm down. So, about to start. We're going to begin with the bicycle, whichever variant we choose. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bicycle.
Go.
Remember to control your breathing. This can be as fast or as slow as you like. You should be starting to feel it in your core. Ten seconds to go.
Three, two, one, stop.
Stop. All right, give it a rest. Next one's the plank hold. So again, choose your position. Again, if you need to come down and reset at any point, that's fine. Just see how long you can hold it for. Focus on your breathing. So get ready for your position.
3,
Fingers splayed out
1,
and
go.
go. So really just focus on your breathing. Breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. push down against the floor so that your shoulders aren't coming up against your ears. Think about pushing your ankles back to get a nice stretch in the hamstrings. That'll also relieve some of the pressure. Only 10 seconds to go. Focus on your breathing, we're almost there.
3,
2, 1, relax.
Stop.
All right, going to go into our V holds next, or you can V hold with hundreds, whichever you like. Try and keep your feet together, your knees together, whatever angle you've got them at. They can be quite low, that's fine. We're just trying to maintain our balance.
3,
2, 1, balance. So again, if you're doing V holds, you're just pushing against air resistance, trying to keep the rest of your body in position, balanced on your sacrum. If you really want to push it more, you can try straightening out your legs more. That's going to make you work harder. But it is just fine to have them low and bent, as long as they're off the ground. 10 seconds to go.
Three, 2, 1.
And
Stop.
relax. Final one, side crunches, and then we do the full set again. So we're almost there. 10 seconds to go. Again, try and keep your toes and knees in together. Bring the feet in close.
3, 2,
Squeeze your
1.
core to the
Go.
side. Here we go. So again, try and keep your movements even. The closer your toes or your feet are to your backside, the more intense this is because you're trying to stretch closer into the body. You've got more to aim at. Think about having a mandarin between your chin and your chest to give you the idea of the sense of space you should feel there.
3, 2, 1. Stop.
Stop. Right. Okay. Back to bicycles. So take a breath. And again, you can change them up if you need to, whatever you need to do. Pick up the speed, slow the pace. Back into position. Here we go.
2, 1.
1 and
Go.
stop. Keep breathing. Really squeeze that core.
3, 2, 1.
And stop. All right. Next, planks. So again, try and maintain that long line all the way from the top down through to the heels. Adjust as you need to. Here we go.
3, 2, 1. Go.
Start. Sorry about that. Phone decided to call right in the middle of this. So maybe you got a few extra seconds not in plank. Always a problem with recording on your phone. You never know when someone's going to try and call you. Only 10 seconds to go.
3, 2,
1 and
Stop.
relax. Okay. V holds or V holds with hundreds. Whatever you want to do. Fast forward to the warm down if you prefer. I've only got 2 more sets of exercises. So remember,
3,
squeeze,
2,
pull it up,
1.
and here we go.
Go. 3,
almost there. Got, let's see, 10 seconds left.
Three, two, stop.
Relax. One last exercise. We're just going into our side crunches. So breathe in, breathe out. 10 seconds. Start prepping your position. Hands behind the head. Squeeze the belly to the floor.
3, 2, 1.
And here we go.
Go.
10 seconds left. If your head's sore, you can keep one hand behind it as you bring Tabata to
3,
the side
2, 1.
and relax.
Stop.
Good. Right. That is 3 Tabata sets that you've gotten through. Nice job. What we're going to do is just a little bit of a warm down. We are going to be seated for all of these. I'm going to just drop the camera a little bit. Grab a drink while I'm doing that. I'll grab one as well. Okay, so just going to start with butterfly stretch. So bring the toes together, or feet together. Wiggle in as far as you can with your knees out to the side, wherever it happens to be. And all we're going to do is just focus on our breathing. As we try and stretch forward into it, it's going to help open up the thighs. So try and lean forward, keep the back straight. You may want to switch to a slower piece of background music if you're playing something. This is the time to kind of just slow down the breathing. So you don't want anything too high paced, unless that's how you relax. And just bring the legs out to the side. It's a bit of a side split. Wherever you are, that's good as long as you're getting a bit of a stretch. Make sure the heels and the toes are trying to roll towards the back. It's going to turn your knees back as well. And just leaning forward as far as you comfortably can. Hands on the ground, hands on the legs if you prefer. And just slowly as you breathe, see if you can reach out a little bit further, really getting an extra stretch on the inside of the thighs. Your breathing should be coming more under control now. Bring yourself back up. Staying here, put one hand to the side, so it's my right hand down. Just going to stretch over with the left. Don't let your body fall forward. Keep it up and back. So stretching along here. And the other side. Bring both hands down. And bring your legs in. Just going to lace your fingers behind your head. And I want you to think about pulling your elbows back and just pulling up through the spine. Just breathing in and out through the mouth. In, out through the mouth. In and out through the mouth. I'm going to do a bit of a shin release. This one can be a bit extreme, so if it's uncomfortable for you at all, don't worry about it. So keeping your feet together, kneeling up, knees together. We're going to try and keep our body from our knees upwards in a straight line. And all we're going to do is angle back, so you're getting a stretch along the front. Just take it as far as you can. You can brace your back if you need to. It doesn't have to be far, you'll feel it. And come back up. Are we feeling nicely stretched there? just going to put one leg out to the side, one leg in. I'm going to stretch the hamstring on this leg. So just as far as you can, you're going to lean forward toward, think about pulling your toes towards you, pushing your heel away, and just breathing gently. And the other side. I'm going to move to do a couple of cat and cows just to release the back because it's had a little bit of work. So 4-point kneel, knees underneath your hips, hands underneath your shoulders. So bracing that way. All we're going to do is pull up through the center of our spine and stretch our back into a curve. So we're making a C shape at the top. And then as you breathe out and relax, push it the other way. So your head's coming up and your back is pushing out. Breathe in, pull up. And out. To come down. One more. And out. Alright, from here, we're just going to bring our toes together. Keep the knees wide, you can widen them a bit more. We're just going to push back, so our bum's going towards our toes. Reach out with our arms into child's pose. So this should give you a nice back and shoulder stretch. You can rest your head on the floor if you like. And then slowly just coming up. Just lacing the hands together. Gentle wrist roll. And the other way. Breathe in. And out. Breathe in. And out. All right,